You're listening to the C1D Paintball podcast. Remember to subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, and our Discord. We're super live. Who is we? We are the C1D Paintball podcast, and we don't rehearse things we're going to say. We just wing it. Speaking of wing, we're short one wing tonight. Actually, no, because there's three of us. We have too many wings to start with. Connor is not here, but I'm Andrew. I'm here. Connor is studying for university, so he can get a degree, a job, and then, I don't know, possibly move out of my home. We've got Mike with us as well. Good day, Mike.
How's it going, guys? Good to be here.
And we have all the way from Pointe Claire, Quebec, if I'm reading that correctly, we have Jeff.
All right, glad to be here this time.
Glad. Yes. He got double bumped last time. Not only did he lose he lost his shift and he wasn't at game day, and it was a catastrophe.
Don't remind me. Still bitter.
All right, so here's a little show, a little topic. Usually we always talk game day, and we talk about our most recent game day or games coming up. Well, how about we went up that during the off season? Is we are going to talk about next season. So I have a tentative schedule for next year, just because of, it used to be our schedule revolved pretty much solely around D-Day and then playing every 2 weeks. So really difficult and mind-boggling thing I would do is I put a little magnet on D-Day weekend, and then I would start putting magnets 2 weeks on each side of it, and I came up with what we have. So kind of get a live reaction. And this is just the best. For those of you watching on YouTube or Facebook, you can see it. But, oh my God, I dropped a picture. It's a picture of a calendar. You can see the shadow from my iPhone. And there's a little green marker on March 28th. So March 28th. You guys know what we call the first game of every year? I always call it the same thing.
She takes the hand and kisses you.
The thaw? Or no?
Close.
No, I don't know.
Close. Break the ice.
Supposed to know these things.
So,
break the ice. Yeah.
So we are breaking the ice Saturday, March 28th. Usually we first did it as early as March 2 years ago because we'd gotten our jerseys and I wanted to hand them out. Everybody wanted them bad. It probably was too cold to play. This year it wasn't too bad. It was a bit earlier March. So there is the possibility where we start on the 14th, but right now it's the 28th. And then we get into the groove here. Now, 2 game days in April. I'm using a yellow thing here. Those are regular game days at Warzone. You get the thaw during that, where you get the river in the village river, the river village. And I figured scheduling those together, it may be mucky in that, so you want the field to be in better shape. So April, 2 events. Okay, so I just posted May. And what May has here is there's a regular game day on the 23rd, but on the 9th, I've got a kind of like a mini event day. So very tentatively, I've got 2 things here. I've got pistols, and it says
pistols.
Pistols and MagFed. So, and going into this, we'll have 3 regular game days. So I figure either all MagFed or pistols, even maybe a combination of the both with limited ammo. I think those are fun events. And it's the only event like that that is kind of, I may change it. We may put something else in on it. And a big reason why I didn't put that on the 23rd. So of the 2 Saturdays in May, the last Saturday in May is the last one before D-Day, and I thought it would be nice just to go out and have a regular game day just with the regular walk-ins and such. Oh, hey Chris, how's it going, man? Sorry, I did hear you get already hate in by Mike, but we'll comment.
I didn't hate him.
I did. All right, then is the event of the year. June 6th and 7th, Commando Action D-Day. It always falls on the first Sunday in June is D-Day. Last year showed us because it was the Saturday was the 31st, and then you had June 1st. Yeah, that's how it was. So we are having the big D-Day weekend then, which obviously pinnacle of the year as far as I'm concerned. Now, the next outing for us, the only other outing in June, it is an event day. It's called Urban. And what I thought of is I actually want to give a lot of credit to Wolf on this. I saw a video by Wolf. Geez, it might have been right after COVID. Before the show, we were just talking in the lobby here, and COVID was mentioned. And but I saw him doing a video where he had like an urban camo. So, you know, he had like a lumberjacket, jeans, work boots, and just a regular ball cap, and just a regular bandana. And I know that's
Militia chic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he looked like some guy that would pop out like when SWAT comes in. He looks like just off the street. Actually, I saw a video years ago of a SWAT guy in Germany, who was off, but he had his gear in his trunk, and he like foiled a bank robbery going in all decked out. But I digress. But I figure we do something like that, and we have games that are like VIP, maybe find the bombs. So you got the good guys and the bad guys kind of thing. And
yeah, sounds fun.
And in June, we could be using Terminal. Now, the other games we'll play on that day, we'll see. Maybe there's a lot of walk-ins. We don't have a lot of options, but it might be cool just to. It's kind of ideas. It's like a dress-up game. Let's dress up. We're making our own events. That's what Chris is saying, going to events. Okay. All this tentative once again. In July, we got two things. The 11th and the 25th. The 11th, speaking of another thing we were talking about in the lobby before, speaking of carpool, our what's becoming annual pilgrimage to Lancaster Paintball.
Sweat Fest.
Yeah. July 11th, also known as Mosquito Fest. Actually, it wasn't as bad this year, the mosquitoes. Yep. And I really want to have a lot of guys show up to this one. I really want. Lancaster's a blast, and I think we can have a lot of fun there. 25th is a regular game day. So that is regular. Then we're going to go into... Don't worry, guys. You'll get to talk. I'm just setting the stage, so to speak. Setting the stage.
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah. September 5th is a C1D event. It could be Saturday evening because we're doing the cookout. So what's the cookout? Connor mentioned
What is the cookout?
Yeah, what is the cookout? Connor mentioned it on the last podcast. We're talking about possible game types. This is going to lead it to the next podcast, by the way, where Connor will probably be on it. It's a game type where guys are making candy, kind of like the candy you'd see in Breaking Bad. So there's... Yeah. Did you listen to the podcast? I know you weren't on it. Did you listen to it?
I didn't have a chance yet. I've been actually too busy. I usually listen to it at work when I'm not doing anything, but they actually have me working.
Okay. Oh, God damn it. I'll write a strongly worded email to your boss about that one.
Air Canada's going to love that.
So you have a scenario. We still got to work out the details if it's 20 or 25 minutes, but basically in Terminal, guys would be given bean bags of certain colors that would represent ingredients. So every, whatever it is, minute or 2 minutes, they get another ingredient. And when 3 ingredients or whatever we decide is put together, they get 1 pound of whatever. The idea is that they're going to be under fire. There's extra stuff you can find for ingredients. And there's going to have to be a lot of refs, but we started, Connor started to flush it out. He came up with that idea. What did he see that? He saw that in Payday. Was that the game he saw it at?
Yeah, it was Payday, one of the Paydays.
Yeah, and he told us about it, and right away we're like, our eyes open up. It's like, it sounds like a really good scenario situation there. We're talking about...
Sounds super fun.
Even Connor talked about, and I were talking about where the truck comes up, and there's a guy in the back shooting, because when you're done making your candy, you have to bring it to a drop zone. So when the truck comes around, when you drop in that drop zone, it's in the bank. It's done. So the scoring is how many you put in the drop zone, how many you just make. Maybe it's like a hybrid scoring, 5 points for scoring it, 1 point for putting it all together. But, if you have the truck come around every 5 minutes, it can give cover for people to plant it. And you can have the truck friendly, neutral, whatever. But anyway, this is a scenario we're going to flush out. And we're really anxious to develop it, especially with you two, because when we all get together for the podcast, we talk about stuff like that. But I want it in September because I really want to flush it out. September 19th is regular game day. Okay, I made an assumption here that Bowling for Boobies will be the weekend of the 3rd and 4th of October. So that's going to be for that. If it's the weekend before or after, we have open slots. So we're covered for that. Mm-hmm. It is a 2-day event. We already have garnered the interest. I'm sure Mike and Jeff, you've talked with other C1D guys. They seem big on coming to that. The 17th and the 31st are regular game days at Warzone. And by the way, that's the only month where we actually have 3 weekends, but we still have like a ton of events. We have more than we did this year. Of course, if there's rain, we push something back a month. Finally, that takes us to the last one, which kind of anticlimactic. We are doing last call on November 14th. Now, again, rain can change things. A whole bunch of things can change on this, but this is the schedule we're going to try this year to kind of set up, move stuff around in, present it to the team. And I feel like I'm giving a frickin' seminar at work. We present it to the team, run it by them, and get their input. And buy low, sell high. Thoughts?
Yeah,
Thoughts?
It looks good to me. I think it's good. We got everything we need on there, and like you said, we can work around stuff. We got open slots if we got to move stuff around, but it's always good to get a schedule down and get people on the same board.
Yeah. Now, before I get your reaction, Jeff, I just want to bring up something as well that I meant to say. I didn't know. Some of you might say, don't you guys do night events like wider night events 2 or 3 times a year? Nick organizes those. The field, Warzone does. By the way, if I didn't have to mention it, but the home field gates are Warzone. But Nick does the night events, and he coordinates that. So there'll be other nights that all of our guys will show up to. Nights are kind of a different animal just because, it is night, and it's a big difference. Big guys taking a Saturday morning and afternoon off than a night in that. But there will be those events as well. And who knows what happens, because one thing I didn't mention that we've been talking about is Capital Combat Zone having their MagFed game in April, but we'll see about that. Now, quite a distraction. How do you see the calendar, Jeff, as someone who knows paintball is kind of unpredictable?
Ambitious, but doable. But doable. We have enough. Like, we're all flexible. Like I said, weather can be one thing. How many dates do you have for July again? I'm going to get back to.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have 16 events total. Yeah, July I think has the 2. Yeah,
July was
July
Lancaster and then open play.
Yeah, then open.
Yeah, okay, that's not. I was just wondering. I was just worried about the heat again because we ran into that problem this year.
Oh,
we had those heat waves that were just like we couldn't play.
Yeah,
like stuff was melting in the guns and we were melting on the field.
Oh yeah, I know. Bowling for Boobies. For even though it was like so close to
Halloween,
it was freaking
that was
hot.
Insane. That was weird.
Yeah, good. Beats the hell out of being.
I was shirtless. It's always like 10 degrees. Well, I don't know how many degrees for you guys. It's always like 10 degrees warmer than it is there. Mm-hmm. And a lot less snow. It's always warmer there for some reason.
Isn't it funny though that this?
Uranium.
Could you imagine this year? Had we had this show a year ago, and we just happened to mention weather, something that happened this year we could not have predicted a year ago was the weather on D-Day. Pouring cold rain on Saturday and then Sunday.
It was.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think at least me and Mike started. We're wearing our C1D hoodies right now. I think I played the entire first half with this. I think Mike did as well. I'm not sure. Jeff, you had the vest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the vest with the purple. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I hope it wasn't my fault. Because I was at work like the week or two before that, and I was telling my coworkers about it, and I was so excited. I was showing them the video on my iPad from the year before. And I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. The weather's, great. And I was like, I heard it hasn't rained, in a few years or whatever. It's going to be perfect. And one of them was like, oh, now that you said that. And I'm like, nah, we're good, man.
So that's your fault?
We're going to be perfect. Your fault. So it might be my fault. I'm sorry.
But,
For the record, let it be shown as Mike's fault. Ryan had nothing to do with it. Mike,
well,
Mike is the one that cursed us.
I mean, just because I'm a paintball nerd and admire all the good times we've had, I do watch the videos a lot. And watching the pictorial one I did, I think I used Procol Harum as the music in the background. It's just showing like there's a picture of Thomas's feet, like about 3 inches of water above his foot. And we're just, Mike's traveling deluxe with his wife. He's got the Black Stone out there, and he's cooking food for the entire fucking team. But I think he thought the Axis team because there was so much food. It's like, dude, I've eaten a lot. But I just look at that time in the rain, putting it up with Trent, just pissing rain.
Well, you didn't see the look on his face when I gave him 2 steaks to throw on the grill for our sandwiches. It's like, he went, what the?
It wasn't as bad as what was it? Andrew's
Adam's here. Hey, Adam.
Special burgers or something like that.
Oh, my special burgers. Oh yeah. Okay, this is the chatter you get in the off season. Is I'm trying to multitask. What I like to do Sundays is prep my meals for the week, and by not just mine, but I do all the cooking in the house. And I was making
hey, Adam.
Meatloaf and hamburger patties in 2 separate bowls. And I put a little bit of celery in the meatloaf because then you put breadcrumbs and you put tomatoes and all that in it.
Standard, yeah.
So, I ended up going to the event, and that's when I realized, like, what the hell's wrong with these onions? It's like I'd made celery patties. And because Mike was cooking it, I wanted to mention that it's not some type of larva or anything. It's like, I fucked up. But yeah.
I just had to make sure it wasn't like turkey burger or something like that.
Yeah, but it was cold in the rain. We put up the first tent. We all sat underneath it looking at each other saying, okay, I guess it's time to put up the other one. But what it created Sunday was a cold morning. Amazing slight, like it wasn't foggy, not like the day we had fog this year at Warzone, which was still one of my favorite days ever. But there was kind of a mist, and as Mike, you finally got to see is what it's like to battle in the forest. But I just remember there was all the puddles, and it was wet, and it was misty, but it wasn't hot, and it wasn't that cold, and it was just the bomb, the absolute bomb. Hey, Alpha's listening to us here, and we're going to be on Alpha's show next Sunday night when we were going to do our show, but Alpha has declared it his show, his slot. So we're recording on a Wednesday. brother Alpha, and he's typing back here. We're digressing here. All our sexy ballers, he said. I am sorry, I booked it for. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, we woke up. Oh man, because Thomas slept in the car. I think Trent slept in his car. But we slept in this tent inside of these other tents, and it was like, I don't know, what I would assume like a monsoon mini tornado the night before. Like, we were sitting in the tent while trying to sleep, and I at one time thought the canopy was on top of the tent, like blown over. Our tent was just going. I don't know how I fell back asleep. But yeah, I woke up and the first thing I got to step in was like 4 inches of just muddy, cold, ice cold water. So I made my way over to the grill to fire up breakfast. But yeah, all worth it because You know,
I brought
we
up
had such a blast.
I brought a box of coffee because Jeff and I are of the mind that we're staying at a hotel, and I appreciate Mike because Mike was guarding the base with everybody else. I showed up with my box of coffee, and I go there and I see Mike and Miranda are there, and Mike's always got a smile, and it was kind of a half smile. I brought coffee. It's like, and he mumbled and went away. It's like, what the hell? What the hell happened? Then I heard a story about, I don't know, was it chicken nuggets at 2 a.m. or something? I don't know what the hell's going on. But,
yeah, all kinds of chicken nuggets and wine, and it was a good time.
This year was a rainy year. We had at least 2 or 3 game days where we kind of just missed the rain, or we had really light. We had the one day where it was pouring, like I said, the one with the fog, but it was I guess it was after June because Connor just came back from his hiatus from school. And we just had a lot of rain this year, and we've had luck lately, and whatever happens next year, we'll be good with that. And
we didn't cancel though because of any rain though. We played through everything this year, right?
Never canceled.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
We missed when that downpour. That was the day we showed up late when the fog was just kind of just dissipating.
Well, I remember late in the year too. I left and I'm sitting there, and I think I stopped somewhere to pick up something to eat, and I looked, and Mike, you posted it had opened up, and it wasn't raining where I was 5 minutes away. But it had opened up there. So, look, it's a little bit of luck. I don't mind playing it. I would like to play... did I write? Oh, you know what I don't have on that schedule?
No, what don't you have?
What don't I have? Oh, my God. I don't have the Pokemon game.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Poke was in August.
Yes.
It was.
Pokemon.
Oh,
Okay.
We're doing the Pokemon game in August. Thank God. The Pokemon game, which we're going to talk about in a podcast of its own.
When Connor's here.
Yeah, when Connor's here. So once again, what is that? The game they play at Capital Combat Zone. What is it again? It's called...
Paintball?
Which one?
No, I know it's fucking paintball. Smart ass. Fucking go stick a groundhog into your fucking
I have weeks to
basement.
catch up on, man.
What's the event called they host? It's the same as it is the...
Rush. Isn't it Rush?
No, it's not Rush. It's
0 Hour.
0 Hour.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
but
we
0 Hour has different games. There's more than one 0 Hour in the year, right? Because this is 0 Hour MagFed, isn't it?
No, they're an event. They're
They
an
just
event
moved it.
that they do bi-yearly, I think, and I think they usually go to, I don't know if they find out, I might be giving wrong information right now, but I think they go to different fields, but I think they're doing Capital Combat Zone, like, they skipped last year.
Oh,
this one's the Renaissance. It's just different themed. So this one's like Renaissance themed when it comes to like the official rules and all the lore and stuff. They get really into like the lore, like almost airsofty when it comes to how deep they get into the lore. But a lot of people are there just to play paintball.
So, Jeff, I'll meet you tomorrow at Home Depot when it opens. We're going to buy a bunch of dowling, and we're going to make some lances. How about that? Some pikes?
I like that.
I like that.
I like that.
Bring our pikes. Yeah, we got it. So 0 Hour. 0 Hour, we're going to have to squeeze in there. I don't know if we. I don't want to pressure anybody in the crew, and that's why did I explain what an expeditionary? I have explained that on the podcast, or should we explain? You guys know what an expeditionary force is.
You did it. You did it a few years. You did it when we first, 2 years ago. I think you sort of explained it, but we haven't really explained it since then because it's always for instance, we had to debate whether or not the Mirabelle game was Expedition Force 7 or not. So
yeah, we had a lot of people at that, so it was kind of an event like D-Day. We never say the word mandatory here, but it's the event we really encourage. Like if I was to present this schedule to some, this could be intimidating for these guys. It's like they come in, walk in on a Saturday with us. And we've been able to have people join us just doing that, but saying, hey man, we got a schedule. And they think we're like way, way too organized. Yeah, exactly. But, you know, the schedule is drop in and out as you like. Would I like to see everybody each time? Sure. I mean, we got Adam here right now. Adam was out a lot this year. Him and Trent. I mean, obviously, Mike, you're always there, which is great. You just missed one, I think, in the last 2 years. Jeff, you attended more this year because of that nice, friendly schedule you worked out at work.
Yep.
Which was great.
Which they removed, so that won't happen again.
Yeah. So
until something blows up and we need somebody. Yeah.
D-Day is always an expeditionary force. It's one where we try to put everybody out there. And we did that at Rush. It kind of was a last minute thing, but we did that at Operation Rush. But we have now called Special Forces. It's where just a few of us will go somewhere, which was the Tippmann Challenge this year, where it was 4 of you. It was Mike, Miranda, Connor, and was it T-Hit? T-Hit, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh no, and also
Mikey was there too, He had his speedball crew. A couple of guys from his speedball crew.
Oh yeah.
Well, after the half, you can't get him on the field. He's drinking pitchers of frickin' rum and Coke or something. That's not a joke. I love Mikey, but that's what took him out of action at Operation Rush.
Free booze.
It's not hard. It's not hard. Definitely when you can win pitchers there.
Well,
we still have
the Allied Forces are going to try and win next year. Free booze.
Yeah. We still have free pitchers of beer there. We were supposed to go at the end of the year, but never did.
Well, I think Ballin' for Boobies, I don't want it to be an expeditionary force because I don't want to take away. It is not a C1D thing. It is strict. It's Ballin' for Boobies. It's a standalone thing. But expeditionary force is when we want everybody out. If a few of us go to an event, we'll call it Special Forces. And for Connor and I have gone out a couple times. Covert Ops is when we went and played airsoft with Conrad, who runs the tourists and who's a member of C1D. And I would like to get a few of you out next year to do one of those Covert Op events. It's a lot of fun, and we kind of broken the ice on that one. Oh,
I'd be down. Someone drains my blood, puts it in a Powerade bottle, and
yeah, we can. Yeah, just don't get hit. Just don't get hit. You'll be okay.
That's easy enough.
Yeah.
Easy enough. It's airsoft. You just say you didn't get hit.
I love.
Never mind.
It's Christmas. Here's my wish list.
Sorry.
I always want to be positive, and I always try to be. And a couple of times, we take a firm stance on something. You hope it's morally good. But I would love to do a show about airsoft and paintball because I did enjoy the experience with Connor. There were some ups and downs. There was a learning curve. But there's a whole bunch of things that I could sit back with paintballers and say, you know what they did? But they probably do the same when they play with us too, when airsofters.
I'm sure, yeah.
Did you know they have to wash their uniforms after they play?
Yeah. That's why we don't smell the way you do. I wouldn't mind that.
For the record.
I wouldn't mind that, but no, that could be like that could be a special one-time Patreon. Pay 50 cents in one shot, and you'll get to hear the forbidden episode, the episode that never was. Having a sip of my tea here.
So I was thinking, random topic that we never really talked about. That I was thinking about the other day. For just to bring up, because when people say, what do you think the future of paintball, what's going to be in the future of paintball? People mostly think just a few years, is it going to go, stay on TV with a blah, 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 with a speed ball and where the marker is going. But I'm more thinking, I think it's just because I just finished watching Blade Runner and some other futuristic movies, but more like 50 years or 100 years into the future.
Original Blade Runner? I got to establish that.
Of course, the original Blade Runner.
It's a good thing.
Unfortunately, it was the final cut, and I don't know. I'm a director's cut kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like tears in the rain.
You don't like when Harrison Ford narrates?
As long as they don't give me that weird sappy ending.
Yeah, Harrison Ford.
But anyway,
lamenting. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, just what do you guys think, or even would think would be really cool for the future of paint? It's something that's not even logical right now, or just something that maybe AI implemented or something, because paintball is probably going to be around for quite some time. You know what I mean? Everyone shows interest into it, but things like AI, like cameras that detect hits or something like that. You know, I'm talking like super futuristic.
I think
just some cool shit. I don't know.
Did you ever see? Was it EVA that had the HUDs in it, Jeff?
Yes.
EVA had a HUD. Now I think a HUD is a little too ambitious because
technically, Angel Eyes came out first to kind of try and get the idea, but they didn't have the tech, and then EVA came up and built upon the Angel Eyes.
Yeah. So it was one of these things, Mike, that if somebody else on the field had one, you could call them, you could see them on a very rudimentary but kind of cool looking thing. It never caught on. Of course, you needed the batteries. Apparently, it had some heat inside of the mask it caused. But that's what you get with first generation. I think there's Alpha Aris, which is the app you can put on any I think Apple or device of.
Yeah, we played around with that.
We played around with that. Yeah, Alpha Aris. You can see where people are. I think the future of paintball is stuff like that too. But like you said, you know, automatically detect hits. I think all fields will have something like, you know, when you go in the middle, you push the button and you have control. It'll throw a light like King of the Hill. All of a sudden, it'll be blue control because somebody hit it. I think you'll get things like that. I'm also, for the people that say there's going to be no mag fed, there'll be mag fed just the way that there's pumps and stuff. There will always be different genres of paintball markers, etc. I mean, Jeff's been hearing it.
Yeah, it'll just be like the Western, you know, 50 to 100 years. It'll be like, oh, those old Western, you know, type guns with the mags in them, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I think drones are going to be implemented a lot more into more than just the media aspect of paintball. Because I see even with 0 hour, they're talking about having drones be available for like recon and uses and stuff. Obviously, no projectiles or nothing like that. But that's in the future. You drive around and have like a scout shooting drone or something like that. But they're going to allow scout recon drones, which I think is pretty cool. Because you could have a guy back at home base. Like, imagine that at D-Day, a bunch of drones flying around your head, you know, and everyone's, obviously you can't shoot them, but they're relaying information. Like, okay, you got a whole squadron moving up towards this slapstick. Like, we need to send guys there now, rather than just relying on, you know, communication. I just think stuff like that will be cool.
What I think will probably be...
I'm just going to change my shirt, guys, for those of you wondering.
Sure.
Keep talking, I can hear you. Come on, this is live.
Okay, so
this is live.
It'll be drones. It'll be communication between squads. You'll have your mic and headsets. The other thing I think that seems to be catching on and is actually tracer rounds. Like, I've been seeing a lot of experimentation with UV lighting, but mixed with the red light. So the UV will still trigger the response in the paintballs or the luminescent, the radium that they have on the bottom. Not radium anymore. But the red, so you won't have to play in black light, you can play in red light, but the UV will still travel. It's on the same bandwidth, the same wavelength, I think. And so the tracer rounds will illuminate. So you can actually see where your shots are going, and you get more of an idea of just how much firepower, how much incoming fire that's going on. And you might try and use your little laser pointers to take out the drone cameras.
It could be interesting. I've actually...
Yeah, Alpha said the T4E tracer suppressor. I've been seeing some videos on that too. Yeah. People converting stuff over.
I'd like if somehow they could get Nightball at Ballin' for Boobies on the Saturday night, that would be massive. If they could have some of that Nightball.
What was it? Sorry, one more time.
The glow ball?
Oh, Nightball. Yeah, I was really bummed out because I was like not half the reason, but I was trying to pump you guys up because it gives us something to do Saturday night. I was like, oh man, have a couple drinks and go play some friggin'. You know, not only did none of us play speedball, but we'd be on a speedball course, but playing glow ball, it's wicked. Awesome. Oh man, I think it's because they were tearing down. They normally have two fields in the back. We were balling for boobies when we walked in, and they had all the stuff in the left area like pushed back. There's normally a speedball field there.
Okay, you could tell by the carpet on the ground. And I think
seeing as they can have two things going on, but seeing as they only had the one field, I don't think they. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure why, but I was really looking forward to that as well.
rather than
About like what do you think if they ever got rid of like if they made like an energy powered marker, right, that completely eliminated air somehow? I'm not saying I have no way to think how, but just say they did. Would that like not even be considered paintball anymore? You're getting rid of air. And,
No, you're making
like,
it more versatile.
Do you think technology?
It's all about the projectile. Oh, so we'd never be.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be having the conversation because you have your 12 grams, you have your small 13 ounce, 15 and 17 ounce, then you have your 40 carbon fiber tanks. It never mattered about the power. It's just the ammunition and how you loaded it was the only thing. Like you had your pump, you have your speedball, you have your mag fed. Those are what define the game, not the actual power source or energy source.
Yeah, because
Gene says on Facebook, he goes, "A drone will not help you spot me."
I've gone because you guys know I've fantasized. I have fantasized about a big game, which we will have soon enough at Warzone. And one of the sets of rules is if you find something not rules, just things I throw out there is if you find something and you bring it back to some home base or neutral area. You present it to whoever's controlling the game, like a neutral party, is you get the use of a drone for 2 minutes. So a drone guy will go there, fly it, and you go on a loudspeaker saying, okay, incoming, whatever, and the enemy team no one's allowed to shoot at it. But if you're the enemy team, you want to hide because specifically whoever brings it there says, I want to look here. Let's say they want to look at Tiger Ball or something. Yeah.
Base or approaching village or approaching market,
Yeah, exactly.
Incoming.
Exactly. So, I mean, do something like that.
The ref calls the leader of the other team on the radio saying, you have an incoming drone.
Yeah.
What do you do? Scatter, cover.
Well,
You know what I'd be worried about? Like cheating in video games. Eventually, sorry, I keep going back to this, but I'm just thinking.
They cheat in video games?
No.
Yeah. So like hacking in video games, seeing through walls, predicting shots, or just automatic headshots, etc. But like, say they come out, in 10 years, just look at the shit they're coming out with now. Realistically, in 10 years, they could have an electronic digital mask that you can see through just as good. It's clear, but you have information like shot predictability, like you type in your marker, what your FPS is, what you're shooting, whether it's round ball or first strike. It's got all this AI information and you're predicting where your shots go depending on where your marker is. It's like, that's like, eventually you're going to have stuff like that. And it might like really throw a stick in the game.
It won't, because there's two things you're forgetting. First of all, you're like, it's one thing if you're in an electronic game where the mechanics are controlled by a central AI or a central program or coding.
Mm-hmm.
In the real life, like they say, the first thing to go out the window when you have a plan is the plan, because you have to do how well your barrel's clean, quality of your paint. The only thing you might get away with is a first strike, because it doesn't warp that much. If you have a little bit better accuracy, you can predict. But everything else, you're still firing a small gel cap at 280 feet per second. There's a lot of variance in that, and you have 1, 2, 3, and like, where the hell did that thing go? Like, how did it do it right? How? Like, it went around the corner. I don't know where it went.
But I get that. But also, as technology with the lenses and that advances, you got to think that eventually paintballs themselves are going to get better, more consistent. They're going to come up with some material that's even better than they make it with now. That's going to keep them from. Eventually, people are going to get sick of old paint and shit paint and dented paint, and someone's going to come out with this new revolutionary round ball that doesn't dent and doesn't warp and doesn't. yeah, reball. But eventually, it's going to be that way.
Have you seen
so
those?
it's crazy to really think about the possibilities of. When you say future, people really only go 5-10 years, but I'm talking about 50.
I want
100 years when it's just going to be all crazy.
Well, beyond
crazy.
the drone, beyond the drones shooting each other.
Yeah. Nobody will even be out there playing. It'll just be drones shooting at each other.
Me and Andrew on a paintball tank because we can't run no more.
There you go. We'll finally be level ground with you young punks. Here's something I've seen some people try it. Is they set up, especially for MagFed, is just like I'm thinking of the good old Halo, and you see how many rounds are left. So it shows how many shots are left in your magazine. And I mean, I've seen people that actually have a thing that does that. I don't know how they set it up, but like but if it's something that when you pop the magazine out and you put the other one in, it automatically restarts the counter. And you can set what it is, because my TMC, it's always 19. Some people put 20 in it. I always put 19. And that I would like something like that.
Probably a sound thing.
Like but no, there was something on the market that was a startup.
Yes.
Years ago that we actually gave a paintball account for the paintball. And it sort of fit in the mag well.
Okay.
And it had a sensor and it sat on top of you, and it would actually tell you how many balls you had, like fired in your mag. It literally.
Yeah.
I tried to. I remember. I actually tried to buy it. I actually tried to like research it, and I found out there was a patent pending, but it was using a technology or a part of the electronics that it was using was copyrighted, and they couldn't secure the rights for it.
Oh, that sucks.
So there's only prototypes that were made. But I remember, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. I thought I saw it where I saw it.
I've seen it
before. But it was like 3 or 4 years ago.
I
remember because I was looking at during COVID when I was recuperating, and then it's like, oh shit, I gotta get that. You know,
because this is the time of year where I mean, me, I'm always churning out videos, but the last couple of weeks I've been really going through a lot of them, setting up. What I do is I have them like 90% done, all to the same stage. The last stage is when I do audio on it. And right now I got a bunch I got to do audio with. Yeah, Connor's in the audience. How's it going, bud? Taking a break from the studying. So one of the things I did notice is there was one day we played a bunch of games on Market. And actually, one of the videos, it's me, Mike, and Jeff on the left side of Market. We're spawning on the concrete side, not the White House, the other side. Is I really like, okay, I better change mags because I got a thing here. And I know some of the mags for the ones you guys use, your EMF there, you can kind of see how many shots are left and that. But I want something I would like, and that's not technology 100 years. That's technology could be probably like 2 or 3 years or something. But I would really, really like to have something as simple as that. It would help me with my game personally. But I like limited ammo and mag fed, so that might not appeal to everybody.
I always found the hopper always bugged me, especially like when I started playing. The Titman was the only one that had the angled 45 feed.
Oh yeah, on the side.
All the spiders and the hop and the autocock, everything was just and yeah, spiders and whatnot. You had a center pipe, the direct feed with the feed neck right down the middle of the gun, and you sort of like keep on pivoting, or you're looking around, or you're sort of like. It was just I never liked it, and as soon as I heard like I said, the first thing was when the TIPX and when the Tiberius came out. I was excited, and then I saw the price, and then I wasn't so excited. And the CR came out, then the CCR came out, the Tiberius 2.0, and then finally the TMC. I was like, I can get behind this. I'm happy with this. I like the clean line down. So I always liked the Titman. It had that 45 angle, and you had a clean line down the top of the gun. Sorry, marker. And like same with the A5s and the X7s, you had it off the cyclone feed off to the side.
No, the cyclone feed is pretty wild. Actually, I remember Connor wanting that hopper on his TMC. Can you do it? Oh, I just
hate the noise they make when I'm trying to be sneaky.
Oh shit!
You try to be sneaky and I'm rattling around. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, TMC is the mule of a marker. Alpha, I'm probably, me and Connor are the only ones that use TMC at C1D left. I mean, some of the guys use it sometimes, but well, actually, to be honest, you use your TMC a lot, Jeff. It's not your
but it's my primary. The only reason why I use the X7 Phenom at D-Day, it's just for the. Again, just for the amount of paint that we need to fire. Like it's you can find yourself so outgunned so fast with so many adversaries. It's like you're like it's bringing a knife to a gunfight. It's just like
well, it's funny.
I'm not gonna do it.
the last game day we had, it was Rob and Norm are there because Nick's always telling me, when are you getting rid of that? When are you going to Planet Eclipse? And it's like, no, I like this. And recently Rob went and got the MF, so he went there and he goes, Andrew, we got to change this up, even if we have to buy you one. It's like, guys, it's really nice, but I like it. And I'm sitting there going, I don't mind if in 4 and 5 years, I hope to be alive first of all, but if I'm still using the old TMC, these are the goals that Jeff and I have.
Survival.
Hey, me too.
I could be using a slingshot. I don't give a shit. But no. I don't until Adam's true. He uses the TMC too, but sometimes he rocks his speedball marker like at Ballin' for Boobies. I like the idea that it's just mine. I'll use the TMC. What do you got there? Oh, look at that! Whoa! That's like a
haven't seen this before.
See it? I want to freaking use it.
This is one of the early mag adapters. It fits the 98 Custom and 98 Pro, and it allows you to use Tipex magazines on it. The only issue is that you need. I have an early model, but all the ACT or the Platinum Series 98s that have the ACT system, the anti-chop technology.
Okay.
It works better because if it doesn't have the anti-chop, sometimes the magazine will double feed.
Okay.
I found that hard way at the,
if you're listening to this on Spotify, explain what you're holding up right now. What are you holding up?
Okay, sorry. So it's a small mag adapter. So basically, it clicks on to where the feed neck would be on a 98, and it allows you to slide in. Unfortunately, I don't have a mag handy enough nearby. You hook it on, and you can put in the 12, the TI, the Zeta mags, the TPEX 7 round mag, and the 12 round mag for the Tipex will fit onto the 98, and it basically turns your 98 into a mag pipe gun.
And it's a Bren, so the magazine sticks out of the side.
It's actually the adapter is made by Tippin.
Okay, dude, I'm going to use I have to use that next year. I've got a ton of magazines for
like this.
The MWR ones. Oh, I got to use that.
Oh, it's a flip up, just like the hopper. So what's stopping it from feeding multiple balls besides an anti-chop system? Like because normally like you'd have to put something. Is it just relying on the? I don't know.
Okay, so what happened in the earlier 97, like the 90s, you can get an anti-chop bolt that'll fit for the 98 Custom. It won't work on the 98 Pro. Don't know why, but what it is that because it's a spring-loaded mag, there's always tension on it. So as soon as it fires the ball, it's already trying to load the second ball as the bolt is coming back, and it'll catch and it'll misalign up with the breech and either cut it, or sometimes you'll get a double feed in the back.
Feed, yeah. Are you just relying on the detents then, like to catch?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That's really cool. I've never seen anything like that before.
I completely forgot.
Wild looking.
I wonder if the guy you know about this.
Okay, I just got a brainstorm. I just got an idea for a game day. Is we bring and I understand like you may not want to lend your markers out, but before a game, if we have like six on each side, we have to have 6 guns, 2 of each, like unorthodox. You bring the Piranha. The wackiest gun.
Yeah,
what
the
happens,
wackiest builds.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, if the 3 of us are on the same team, it's like we have to draw, and it's like, oh, I'm using the Tipex. Mike draws. Oh, I'm using the Bren 98 or A7 or whatever. That could be a lot of fun. Or you even throw in a speedball marker there, and it's like, oh, Miranda has a speedball marker, so she's going to hit you like 50
those
times.
Snipers from
sniper.
Those snipers from the Battle Royale.
Yeah,
those shotguns or whatever.
The shotguns you can use. That.
Trent has a wicked sniper rifle now. It's I forget what it's called, the SR or something or whatever.
I know what you mean.
Hey Jeff, are you good? I want to. Okay, I'm making that Cronus into a sniper. I got the 16-inch barrel. I want to get it jacked up. Should I just bring it to the shop to Impact or bring it to you? Are you good cleaning it out? It hasn't been cleaned out in years. I should probably get the boys at the shop to do it, eh?
Oh, SAR. It's a sorry.
A Shark 12, or based on a Shark 12. Anyways,
Yeah. Sorry, I was.
No, that's something else.
Still
You have a
bad.
sniper rifle on each, and
maybe
maybe something
I'll
crazy
I need
like
something to do in the evenings.
no, maybe something like
Like
that. It's like you get a sniper, but you only got 40 shots, and just have a random thing on the table. How much fun that would be!
That would be hilarious.
How much fun would 1v1 sniper battles from the new diagonal spawns on Market? Just sitting in the buildings, just sniping each other.
There you go.
Can't really duck down.
Do you have any
But
clean
what-
lines between the two? I can't remember. I've only played it once or twice. But do you have any clean lines between the two wooden
No,
start points?
I think the only thing that would be
Just
in the way would be
distance.
those things that Andrew donated.
yeah,
Wouldn't
But I think
Stonehenge
there's
be in the
a-
way?
we have two. No, Stonehenge is kind of off center.
Oh, you sure it over there?
Okay.
Yeah, that's over to the left.
If
a
you
little bit.
yeah, because if you think about it, the field extended more towards village, so it's slightly off center. There are a couple of clean lines from spawn to spawn, but they're very tight. And the fact is it's not gonna, it's never going to break. It's never going to break. It is too far. I mean, it's no secret for years when I spawn at White House and I go wide right towards village. When everybody sits at spawn, it's just bouncing off you anyway. And
Yeah.
but it allows you to get in. The line of sight allows you to see where they're going, because that field, just a slight a slight shift that way, the field seems and they uncluttered it. The field is a lot bigger in a certain way. At least that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Look, we're about 50 minutes into this one. We're having a good little conversation. I talked about the schedule we've planned for next year. Our next Sunday, probably already gone by the time you hear this, unless you're really diehard. We're going to be on Alpha's show, which is an amazing podcast. But the subsequent ones, I'd like to have a couple more before Christmas, at least the end of the year one, or maybe we do the end of the year and the new year. We'll sort that out. But where we start mentioning something I talked about before, which is the game types, the new game types. Last episode we talked about what did I call it now? I keep calling it something different, candy or baker.
Call it Breaking Bad. Just
Yeah,
keep it
Breaking
nice.
Bad. Yeah, it's
keep it
called Breaking Bad.
Or Breaking Paint. Breaking Paint.
Breaking Paint. There you go.
Ooh,
We'll
you better.
I will bastardize
Inspired.
the logo for Breaking Bad for that. But Connor had some ideas. I think we should fish that and flush that out
What
more.
color?
I could.
Oh,
even
that's
do-
going to be great.
Yeah, we could even do the drone for that at one point at the attacking
Yeah,
team.
because
can go-
you didn't mention to Jeff that the ingredients. I think Connor mentioned that because it's 3 floors, and I think you have to be on the top making it, but the ingredients are on all separate floors. Like
Yeah.
one's on the second floor, one's on the first floor, and one might be right outside the door.
or it could be
So
that new
like
building
you
they're
have
building.
to not only, yeah, you got to control the whole building. And it might be like, all right, you got to go to the bottom floor to get this next ingredient that you need, or you got to run right outside the door. So we got to send 2 of you guys,
Yeah,
because if one gets taken out, somebody's got to grab the ingredient and get back in. Like, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be like really hectic to try to figure it out. But I think it's one of the most exciting things. The Pokemon thing sounds really fun too, but it's so wild because I think it's half because Terminal. We're talking about playing
Yeah.
on a map we've never
Yeah.
played on, really.
well, you need 4 or 5 refs, I figure, to do this kind of game type we're talking about. Pokemon, we don't even necessarily need a ref. We can ref it ourselves. But you'd have to have walkie-talkies, the whole thing. I think it would be epic. And by the way, when we talk about the 3 floors, Terminal's tower has 3 floors. The building next to it's going to have 3 floors. But I also want to I've got like 7 different action cameras. Some of them I don't, some of them they don't have good anti-shake and all this stuff. But if I just place it, a lot of these rooms where they're going to be cooking, we can have cameras. We can just have cameras randomly everywhere when people are in a room. So I could overproduce the hell out of 2 20-minute games,
Well,
Yeah, we'll make a movie out of
you
it.
can actually probably just put brackets in the wall corners of each wall, each room,
Yep.
on a 45 angle, and just catch what's going on that way. When it's not like resting on something. It's actually in its own little bracket you can put up and install.
It would look like some security footage, like security camera footage. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're getting wild.
No, look, I do it with old iPhones. I got 2 old iPhones, including my current iPhone is 3 that I use to record stuff on. And many times I've just laid it up and it works. Why not? And I actually made, did you guys see what I made when I took, it was a camera to watch birds. And when it's got a motion sensor, it was $20. It's a little cheap plastic case. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting there going, okay, the guts of it is this little camera with a sensor, and you can do color or infrared, and it's got a solar battery. So I screwed it in a milk carton, and you can literally go and put this on the ground of a paintball field, and you could put it on a hill, on a rock. You can put it on the ground. You can see the people run by and that. And, you know, you have fun with the media. Is it grainy and looks like shit? Yeah, it does. So then you make it green. You run some lines across it to look like a shitty old closed circuit TV. And the next thing you go is 3 or 4 guys running by the camera. Looks like an epically planned shot. So the bathroom camera.
Some of my favorite shots from like your intros from this year are those just random. I didn't know. Some days I watched you place the cameras, but most of those, I think the only day I for surely knew was it might have been the first time you did it was the beginning of this year on the stairs of base. Yeah. And I ran up there with my blazer on.
Yes. I remember that.
But some of the coolest, like your intros, I think, not to knock any of the other intros you got, but it's just those candid shots where no one really knows that they're there, and everyone, you know, and there's a one of like you, Jeff, and Miranda, like right in the beginning of Tires, I think, just pulling up the markers and and it just slow motion. It made for a really cool thing because no one knew it was there, and those are the best moments.
You see the one where I'm running at the start of Tires, and you literally see balls just missing me and missing the camera going slow. And it was actually the one I like the best is me and Jeff in the fog from Market. We're sitting
in the western spawn.
Yeah, we're camping. Yep. We're the old camping bastards in the back, but it was too foggy and slippery for us, so we decided to lay into the boys instead.
That's funny. Yeah, those make for some really cool shots, definitely when you slow them down. And
you go out there and you just have some fun with it. Okay, gentlemen, I think I'm segueing my stuff out of here. We're gonna have the. We're going to have another, you know what? Should we do, no, I don't want to do a doubleheader podcast, but we're going to have another one of these probably on another off day because this Sunday we are occupied with Sir Alpha and just getting good ideas. And I hope some of you who may have stumbled across this podcast that aren't part of C1D and maybe play paintball or have your own group, you get some ideas from here, or you can give us some ideas. Maybe you've heard some of the stuff we've talked about. You said, hey, we did kind of, ABC and blah, 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 and help us out with that. All right. Well, I want to thank Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. I want to thank Mike.
Happy to be here.
I want to thank Mike, sir.
Hi, nice seeing you guys again.
Nice background.
Seeing you.
I want to copy your background. That's very sweet. I want to thank Chris, Adam, and Alpha, and Connor, who's back to City again, for listening to the show. For those of you who might listen on Spotify or watch this after the fact on Facebook or YouTube, I'm remembering all this. You think after 30 podcasts, I'm finally getting the hang of it.
It's right here. It's right here.
It's right. There you go. There you go. If you do listen to the show live, you just have to join our Discord. And you can listen to it there. And once we're done the show, we just sit around. We shoot the shit. We're going to invite the people in the audience right now as I kind of edit here. And so if you're interested in that, just keep an eye out when we're on. Otherwise, I don't care if you listen to this live or not. I just appreciate you. We appreciate you. We appreciate this sport, and especially those of you listening during the off season that miss it the way we are. We keep each other. We give each other a little paintball fix. So that's it for this one. Remember, at the end of the day, it is just a game.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to like us, rate us, and tell everybody about us. Thanks for listening.